All right, so now let's try to interpret the data. So what we have is we have GDP per capita, current U.S., and we've got from 1960 all the way till current, going from left to right. So we can compare Japan, Korea, and China. So just quickly, we can say Japan has a higher GDP per capita, so thus is a higher income country historically and still to this day compared to South Korea, but also China. Very clearly we can see that. It's essentially the line is higher. Also, as you follow along the line, as you hover over it, it actually gives you a number. And so feel free, in fact, I highly encourage you to incorporate these numbers in your responses. So we can see right now, 2015, most current data, $32,000 is the GDP per capita for the country of Japan, Korea, 27,000, China, 7,000, or almost 8,000. And so that's how to interpret these suckers. Further, what we have to do is we have to, find out, okay, let's do a little bit more. What's going on? Let's explain why certain countries might have higher GDP per capita than other countries. And to do that, we got to look at some historical patterns. We can see Japan. We're kind of humming along here. We're doing something. So maybe talk about, what was it that after the 1960s and 70s caused the Japanese economy to kind of kickstart. But really, what happened in the 80s to really cause this boom in the Japanese economy. Hint, the automobiles. So the outcompeting the United States in automobiles. While the United States is cranking out Firebirds and Camaros, they're cranking out cars that people actually want in large numbers. But we see both Japan and South Korea have kind of had this similar rise, but in 1998, so in the late 1990s, both of them, a decline. So what happened there? Just knowing what I know about the history of Asia, that's the economic recession of the late 90s that devastated much of Asia. So then you can see Japan really hasn't fully recovered. It's kind of had ups and downs. But what happened here in Japan with this decline since 2012? And what's going on there is actually a natural disaster, the role of a tsunami. Other things, what's causing the continued growth in the Korean economy, what's causing the growth in the Chinese economy. All of these things are, what I would want you to explain in your analysis.